Mandela effect thing needs to stop right now. We are ending this in 2017. Well, I'm gonna end it for myself personally. Hey everybody, it's me, Sully Morse, and today I'm going to be debunking the Mandela effect. Now, before we start, I just wanted to apologize for my 5 different videos for one entire makeup tutorial. See, my phone is the crappiest phone ever. It did not have a lot of memory space, and so yeah, that's why that happened. But I assure you, I'm probably not going to be filming a makeup tutorial in a while because it's just too much work. It's just too much work. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Whew. I'm so sorry. That was very unladylike, but it was probably low-key sexy. I'm kidding. Now, first, let me start off this video by explaining what exactly is the Mandela effect. And excuse the background noise. It's my brothers. They're always going to be there. I so sorry. Basically, the Mandela effect is when a huge group of people remember one thing happening or remember something that it turns out it wasn't like that at all. Now let me explain something to you guys real quick. I don't believe in the Mandela effect. I don't. I am a person that I spend almost all of my life wasting it on watching conspiracy theories videos all day, every day, okay? Like, conspiracy theories are life to me. So when I hear about this new theory called the Mandela effect, I was like, let's go. Bring it at me, world. Let's do this. What up? And so I saw the first Mandela effect that I was introduced to was the Berenstain versus Berenstain Bears. Now, in the beginning, like I said, I am a firm believer in conspiracy theories. So when this whole Mandela effect thing was thrown at me, I was like, I might low-key believe this. But then I began to ponder on this, and I was thinking, something don't add up here. So, in the beginning, the bears looked familiar. I was like, I have seen these bears somewhere. And them calling them Berenstain does not sound right. So I began to think, and I realized I have seen these bears before through old VHS tapes that I used to have when I was really, really little. More specifically, on this movie that I loved watching all the time called The Swan Princess. And it was an animation. And you know how there's previews before every movie that you see in VHS tapes that you usually just, fast forward through that? Well, I remember watching it, and there used to be like this little country music to it, and then they would usually sing the Berenstain Bears. Berenstain Bears! And this was after I started believing it, because I was like, hold up. What is this? I'm shook. I'm triggered. So then eventually, after thinking that, and seeing other things that people were claiming were Mandela effects and weren't Mandela effects at all, because they're not, I was like, it's probably people are just being dumb and don't know how to spell, or they just remember something wrong. There are a couple of Mandela effects that sort of shook me, not because they are Mandela effects. It's the fact that people are claiming, oh, it was this way. And I'm like, no, boo-boo, where the hell have you been? What planet did you come from? And I'm first going to start off with the Mona Lisa. Because you guys go way too far when you're claiming stuff that never really happened. Now, a lot of you people are confused because you guys supposedly claim that the Mona Lisa never had a smile. Say what? Other people claim that the Mona Lisa wore a necklace. Where are you people getting this from? Like, what? The Mona Lisa has always had a smile. There's legitimately even a story behind the painting of Mona Lisa. All of Leonardo da Vinci's works, whenever they were portraits of people, the people were always serious. So why would the Mona Lisa, which is the most famous painting that Leonardo da Vinci have, why would she be famous for being serious? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. That just makes her another portrait of someone who is serious. Can I also point out the fact that she has no eyebrows and no eyelashes, and no one noticed this before? Like, can we just point that out for a sec? But yeah, I remember that my mother told me that the story of the Mona Lisa, that Mona Lisa was abused constantly by her father. Don't know if this is true, but this is what I remember my mama telling me. She said that the reason why Mona Lisa was smiling was because she got news that her father had just died. And as messed up as it sounds, sort of makes sense, especially when my mother told me that her father was very mean and abusive to poor little Mona Lisa. So yeah, so now it's time to debunk the theory. I remember watching a video by ASAP Science, and it was explaining, can you erase bad memories? And while watching this video, they explained that the human memory, or our memories, are completely unreliable. You see, our brains like to put two and two together and just make up whatever the heck it wants to make up. So maybe half the stories that your grandma has been telling you, some of those details are wrong. It's not like your grandma or whoever's telling you these stories is trying to lie to you. They're not trying to. It's because the human brain, the human memory is completely and 110% unreliable, honey. In the ASAP Science video, which I will try to link down below, it explained about these 9/11 victims, that they were interviewed a year or something like that after this tragic event had happened. Some of them had said specific details that were off from the first time that they had explained it. And then when 3 years later they were interviewed again, new details had popped up, or the stories had completely changed. Like about 50% of the story was different. And why is this, you may ask? Because the human memory is unreliable. So maybe something that doesn't make sense to you, your brain is like, hey, this doesn't make sense. Let's just change your memory so that it does make sense. Literally, you can give the human brain two puzzle pieces that don't fit together, and it's gonna cut it up and make it fit together, because that's how our brains work. We were programmed this way. So I suggest that you people study more in depth about what is going on. The next video I'm going to make is talking about a lot of Mandela effects that I remember that were exactly like the Mandela effect. I will be linking down the video down below of the ASAP Science video if I can. And yeah, and I'm so sorry. It's just this whole Mandela effect is still being spoken about for the past 2 years, and I don't want to be bringing this into 2017. Like, this needs to end. Okay? So, love you guys. Please like and subscribe, and see you later. Adios! Bye!